Hi there, welcome to Camping Secrets. I'm Marky Mark. It occurred to me the other day that we've owned this camper van, the Mercedes Marco Polo, since 2018. So that's around 4 years at the time of recording this video. And we've built up a lot of knowledge and tips and tricks about this camper van that I thought it would be worth sharing with you. I mean, what's the point having this thing if we don't share the love, right? So I just want to start up a little sequence of videos, short, 30-second to a minute videos, just showing key little points that are worth noting about the camper van. So we're going to start it today just by looking at the fob of the Mercedes Marco Polo and just going through the various functions that are, can be actioned with the fob. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's have a look at the key fob itself. If I hold this camera up to the fob here, you can see there's 4 buttons. You've got the top one with a little diagram of the boot there. You've got a button to wirelessly lock the camper van, a button at the bottom left to wirelessly unlock the camper van, and then a button here for opening the side door. So if we start with the top button here for opening the boot, that can actually be programmed to do 2 things. It can be programmed to either open up the boot fully or simply just to unlock the window. So we've got it actually set up to do the window at the moment. If I go round to the back, and as I said, we've got the fob set up now so that this top button will unlock this upper half of the boot. So it's simply this window here. So if I press it, you can hear a little sound there, the indicators flash. And that means now that this is unlocked, even if the rest of the van is locked. So I can open up this rear window and you can get the things from inside. If instead I had held down on that button, so if I lock the van again, everything's locked now, can't open this. Now if instead I hold down that button on the fob, it unlocks and then it actually pops open. Not much different, but one time it will just unlock it, the next it will actually open it a little bit. So the second part of this is what I mentioned before. So you can program the top button on this to either open this window or to open up the whole tailgate. So how do we do that? Well, first you have to put the key in the ignition. So if we unlock the van totally, right, we're in the van now, and if we just put the key into the ignition down here and then turn it to the number 2 position so that the whole dash comes on. Okay. Then we come back to the back of the camper van, and now we need 2 hands. We need to hold the switch here under the windscreen wiper, and then we also need to hold the switch here for the boot. So let's just do that for 5 seconds. Now it does open up, but then the indicators should flash after 5 seconds. There. So now after doing that procedure, if we press this top button, well, hey, we've actually changed the programming of this top button now. So now it will just open and close the full boot. And if you want to go back to just opening the window, it's exactly a reverse of that procedure. Key in the ignition, hold down those 2 buttons for 5 seconds. Cool. So then we move down to the second button on the fob, and that's a simple remote locking of the van. So that will lock all the doors, windows, and fold in the mirrors. If I then go on to the third, this is wirelessly unlocking the car, the camper van. Now everything is unlocked. Now the mirrors will only unfold when the door opens, which is interesting. So the van's completely open now. And then the fourth button on the fob opens up the side door. So if we hold that down, we get this opening up here into the van. Quite nice. So what else is special about this fob? Well, if you think about it, so far everything's been wirelessly operated by the infrared, and you can actually drive the car with this fob by turning it, putting it into the key fob and turning. What happens if the battery on this fob is run down and you cannot wirelessly open the doors? Well, then there's actually a little manual key inside. You can see this little there's a little catch on the back which we can open. So if I just pull that back inside, and then this can go into the key, can then open up the door if the battery's flat. And then finally, another key does come with the Mercedes Marco Polo. And you might be wondering, well, what's that for? Let's just put this back in. So the final key is a pretty ugly key, to be honest. This is actually for the water tank. So if we go around to the rear left-hand side of the van, we have the water system here, which is just a flap. We have the electrics on the right, but then this is for filling up the water tank on board, and this second key is for that. As you can see, you just fill the water in there. But that's a topic for another video. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, so that's a little run through of the Mercedes Marco Polo fob, key fob. I hope you found that interesting, and be sure to look to our Camping Secrets YouTube channel for future videos on the Marco Polo. We're going to go through all the little features of this camper van and try and understand how they work. Alright, thanks for watching. Please click and subscribe, like the video if you can. We're really trying to grow this channel up and get wider visibility. So I hope you found that interesting. Bye for now.